officers apprehended him just before 11 o'clock today, so just over 2 hours or so ago in the Chiswick area. We don't know specifically where in the Chiswick area yet that he has been arrested, but they say that he is currently in police custody. And they go on in the statement to say, we'd like to thank the public and the media for their support throughout our investigation to locate Khalife, which we know has been hugely significant in this hunt for this one individual. We know that the police have said they received hundreds of calls from members of the public. We had one confirmed spotting yesterday revealed in Wandsworth, again this morning in Chiswick. And if I could just read you the reaction from Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, who we know is currently in New Delhi for that G20 summit. He said, I'm pleased with the news. He echoes what the police have said. He says, I thank officers and the public for coming forward with numerous leads. And he goes on to say that the Justice Secretary, as we know, Alex Chalk, is leading an inquiry into how on earth this could possibly have happened. And as you alluded to there are lots of questions as to how this has happened. Sir Mark Rowley, the Met Commissioner, just yesterday on LBC said that it's extremely odd that he was put in a Category B prison, a suspected terrorist put in a Category B prison. So no doubt lots more questions that will be asked in the next week or so.
Shivani, hang on the line just a second. Can you reread that statement from Rishi Sunak for me?
Yes, I can. So Rishi Sunak has said, I'm pleased with the news. I thank the police officers and the public for coming forward with numerous leads. And then he went on to talk about how the Justice Secretary, Alex Chalk, is leading an inquiry into how this could have happened.
Shivani Sharma, over in Chiswick, with the latest on the capture of Daniel Khalife. Thank you very much indeed. Are you joking, though? Rishi Sunak, is he having a laugh? We're going to look into what's happened. Well, I can tell you what's happened. What's happened is that we have had year after year after year of cuts to the prison services. If you listen to this programme on a regular basis, it will be of absolutely no surprise to you that a prisoner managed to escape from Wandsworth Prison. The only thing we should be really troubled by is the fact that this guy is an alleged terrorist. Next time, it'll probably be a murderer or a child abuser or somebody else of that nature. The point is this. We have seen years and years and years in which our prison service has been left to deteriorate. It was only about a week ago that I interviewed the Chief Inspector of Prisons, who was saying to me when I asked him straight out, is there going to be an emergency of some kind? My guess a week ago was that there was going to be a riot. I didn't realise that a terror suspect, and nor did he, to be fair, that a terror suspect would be on the loose in this country. Is it of any surprise, honestly? We barely have enough prison staff per prisoner. And you know that because you would have listened to this programme. The Chief Inspector of Prisons talked just last year about rat-infested, crumbling prisons where prison officers were scared for their own safety. So one of the things that this inquiry is going to have to look at is whether or not prison officers may have colluded with Khalife. Hopefully that isn't the case. Or whether other prisoners were colluding with him. And even if those two things are ruled out, the very fact that this guy managed to, we think, because we don't know for sure, cling onto the bottom of a van that clearly wasn't security checked is of very serious significance to public safety. So for Rishi Sunak to say, jolly good job, everyone, can't think how that happened. Well, he might want to think about the fact that minister after minister after minister has turned a blind eye to our crumbling prison system. They were warned. They were warned a year ago. Let's look at this. 2021 to 22, taxpayers forked out £3.75 billion for the running of jails in England and Wales. But that has to include staff, maintenance of buildings, the costs of feeding and clothing prisoners. It went up, but not by much. It went up to £3.79 billion. meaning a real terms reduction of 1.1% in total spending, which at that figure is a vast amount. The cost per prisoner, the amount spent, dropped by 1.3%. So we're expecting everybody in the prison service to do more for less. Now, this government's position, and certainly Suella Braverman's, is that she wants to see more and more people locked up. Well, that's all very well and good, but our prisons are currently running at about 98% capacity. So even the tiniest reduction in real-term spending is going to have disproportionate consequences. So for Rishi Sunak to say, oh, well done, chaps, let's have an inquiry, figure out what's going on. Well, the fact is, for years and years and years, it has been very unpopular to say that our prisons need to be properly funded. But they do. And it isn't being done. And of course, there are myriad other questions that need to be answered around this specific case. But for heaven's sakes, it's just a bit rich from Rishi, isn't it?